So is there any way that an AD or a DP could build that relationship with each other? Like, is there? I mean, communication, of course, overall. But is there anything else? Is it just putting faith in that person, and just kind of going with
Well,
it?
no, you've got to build that. You don't get trust. Uh, you earn that. And I try to earn that by being correct when I get to the point that it's time to make the decision. I researched it. Now, when I say researched it, I'll go to the DP and go, look, we're doing a shot. I need you for 5 minutes. And I'll sit with him for 5 minutes while he's on set and ask the question. What I'm doing is I'm slowly bringing him into the next script. He's still shooting what he's shooting. We're there. If it's in prep on a film, then I'm going to go to the locations. I'll walk with him. I'll talk with him. We'll look at the storyboards. We'll go through the director's shot lists. We'll take cameras out and shoot stills. We'll get not time lapse, but we'll do light studies. And I want to know that when I get to a point that I say, here's what we're doing, I present him the schedule before publishing, both him and most of the department heads, and go, do you see anything in here that gives you problems? Tell me now, because I'm going to publish. I can fix it or attempt to fix it if you let me know. So now what I've done is I've said, here's what it is. It's not arbitrary. You actually have an input on it, even in the final say-so. And then at that point, they can go, look, I see what the problems are. And they can ask me questions. And they may, because they're smart people, go, well, why don't you flip these two? And I go, oh, damn, you're right. Boom. Or, you know what? I can't. And one of the things that's interesting is when you end up in those conversations, it's sort of like defending your life in a way, because you've got to defend this schedule to these people. You've got to be able to go back and have logical answers for why you did things. So it could be, look, we don't have extras on that day. Can't do that scene there. What if we move this scene over here? You don't have this actor on that day. Aha. It would be better over there, I agree with you from a production standpoint, because we're in that set. But guess what? You still only be able to shoot half the scene. Well, why don't we do this with this? I said, yeah, I agree with you. Let's go see if we can get that thrown in the budget. Because they'll see things from their perspective that no matter how many years of the business I've been, they still are smart people. So I'm looking for good ideas. I'm looking for improvements. And sometimes they come up with them, and sometimes they go, you know what, you're right, it is messed up, but it's what we're going to do.
Right. Just have to roll with it.
If you don't do that, and you make it arbitrary, then they can come back and go, well, what's wrong with you? Why didn't you, then they have reason to come back at you. So I think if you make it not just you and me, if I make it us making the schedule, then it also helps me when I'm on set, because I can say it's us working to make the film go better. So when I say to him, I think you might want to consider block shooting, or let's save the turnaround, because he knows we've already started that discussion prior to that scene. So I'm not suddenly, as they say, getting into his rice bowl,
Right. So just surprising him. So
yeah, I want them to know that I'm already thinking about what their problems are, so that I can help them with them prior to. If you don't do that, if you just do, you can do the basic job. This is how I work. Understand that I don't work with other First ADs. I only work with me. So in a way, I'm on a little island. This is my methodology. My assumption is most First ADs do this. I could be wrong. But I try to work with my crew. I want their input.
Awesome. And so now when you kind of mentioned working with your crew, you basically, everyone not assumes, but there's this, or I've been told, let me put it that way, I've been told that the AD has the entire crew's safety in their hands.
Absolutely.
And so how do you build that trust in the crew so that they know that whenever they step a foot on set, that they're safe?
Well, there's a couple of things going on at that point. Most networks now do safety meetings. So we'll have somebody come out who's a safety expert and make a speech to the crew. We sit in there for an hour or sometimes two. HR will get involved, because part of safety is not just the physical safety, but also, your ability to work in this place in a comfortable environment. So that includes harassment and things like that.
Wow.
So you have to be very aware as a department head and as a representative of the company. So when I go and I'm dealing with safety, it's very important that I embrace all those issues.